In the pursuit of expanded consciousness, many seekers turn to meditation and Kundalini practices as gateways to higher awareness. These disciplines, when approached with reverence and discipline, can open profound channels of communication with otherworldly intelligence's intelligence, entities that exist beyond the veil of ordinary perception. But not all who dwell in the unseen are benevolent, and not all who seek are prepared. Meditation is often portrayed as a tool for relaxation, a way to quiet the mind and reduce stress. But in esoteric traditions, it is far more than that. It is a technology of consciousness, a method for tuning the mind to subtler frequencies, for dissolving the boundaries between self and cosmos, and for accessing dimensions that lie beyond the physical. When combined with Kundalini awakening, the effects can be transformative, even transcendent. Kundalini, the dormant spiritual energy coiled at the base of the spine, when activated, acts as a catalyst for multidimensional perception. It surges upward through the chakras, igniting latent faculties of awareness and opening portals to realms that defy conventional understanding. Together, these practices can shift brainwave states into theta and delta, allowing access to non-ordinary realms of perception. They activate energy centers, particularly the third eye and crown, which are traditionally associated with extrasensory awareness, clairvoyance, and cosmic insight. They raise the vibrational frequency of the practitioner, making them more attuned to subtle intelligences and interdimensional signals. In this altered state, the practitioner becomes both a receiver and a transmitter, capable of two-way communication with entities that exist outside the bounds of time and space. Communication with otherworldly beings can manifest in various forms. Some experience telepathic downloads, thoughts, symbols, or emotions that feel externally sourced, arriving with a clarity and intensity that distinguishes them from ordinary cognition. Others receive visual transmissions, archetypal imagery, geometric patterns, or full-blown visions that seem to unfold from a source beyond the self. Auditory phenomena are also common voices, tones, or music that appear to originate from nowhere, yet carry meaning and resonance. These experiences can be deeply moving, even life-altering, and often come with a sense of sacredness or revelation. Yet the nature of these entities is not uniform. Some act as guides or teachers, offering insight, healing, and encouragement. They may present themselves as angelic beings, ascended masters, or ancestral spirits. Their presence is often accompanied by a sense of peace, expansion, and unconditional love. But others are tricksters, deceivers, or parasite beings that feed off emotional instability, spiritual naivety, or energetic imbalance. The astral and etheric realms are not sanitized spaces. They are populated with a spectrum of consciousness, from the divine to the predatory. And the more one opens to these realms, the more one must learn to navigate them with discernment and care. While some entities encountered through meditation and Kundalini awakening may offer guidance or healing, others reveal a darker nature-sadistic intelligences that derive pleasure from manipulation, fear, and suffering. These beings are not merely indifferent or mischievous. They are consciously malevolent, with agendas that may include energetic parasitism, psychological destabilization, or spiritual derailment. They may masquerade as benevolent guides, offering seductive visions or flattering messages, only to later twist perception and erode trust in one's own intuition. Their tactics are often subtle, at first implanting doubt, amplifying insecurity, or distorting inner truth, but can escalate into overt psychic assault if left unchecked. These entities thrive on emotional chaos and spiritual confusion, and their presence underscores the importance of discernment, protection, and inner strength when engaging with the unseen. The spiritually and emotionally weaker a person is, the more susceptible they become to energetic infiltration. Vulnerability can stem from unresolved trauma, chronic fear, or grief emotions that create openings in the aura and attract lower vibrational forces. It can also arise from blind trust in all entities, mistaking any presence for divine guidance. In some cases, overactivation of Kundalini without proper grounding can lead to psychic fragmentation, making the practitioner more porous and less able to maintain energetic boundaries. In such states, one may become a magnet for forces that do not have their best interests at heart. When boundaries are breached, the consequences can be harrowing. Practitioners may experience horrific visions, nightmarish imagery that feels archetypal in nature, such as shadow beings, distorted faces, or apocalyptic landscapes. These visions are not random. They often reflect inner conflicts, unresolved fears, or symbolic representations of energetic warfare. Auditory torture is another common symptom: screeching, mocking voices, dissonant frequencies that disrupt mental clarity and emotional stability. These sounds can be relentless, invasive, and psychologically destabilizing. Energetic drain is also prevalent: sudden fatigue, depression, or loss of willpower that seems to have no physical cause. These are not mere hallucinations. They are manifestations of psychic assault, often designed to destabilize and disempower. Such experiences are sometimes dismissed by skeptics as signs of mental illness or overactive imagination, but in many spiritual traditions, they are recognized as signs of spiritual attack encounters with malevolent forces that seek to derail the seeker's path. In shamanic cultures, these entities are known as intruders or soul stealers. In Gnostic cosmology, they are called archons, beings that feed on fear and ignorance. In Tibetan Buddhism, they are seen as manifestations of the Bardo realms, where the untrained mind can be overwhelmed by terrifying visions. Across cultures, the message is clear. The unseen world is real, and it is not always safe. To navigate these realms safely, one must cultivate spiritual hygiene. Grounding rituals are essential. Connecting to earth through breathwork, movement, or time in nature helps stabilize energy and prevent dissociation. Energetic shielding is also crucial. Visualizing protective light, invoking benevolent forces, and setting clear intentions can create a buffer against intrusion. Discernment is perhaps the most important skill. Learning to differentiate between high-frequency guidance and deceptive interference requires practice, intuition, and inner clarity. Protection is not just about defense. It is about resonance management. The clearer and stronger your inner frequency, the less susceptible you are to distortion. This is not a call to fear, but a call to awareness. The journey inward is also a journey outward. As we expand our consciousness, we enter a multidimensional arena where intention, integrity, and clarity become our armor. Meditation and Kundalini are not passive practices, they are invitations to engage with the unseen. And in that engagement, one must be prepared to face both light and shadow. Not all entities are allies. Some are mirrors, reflecting our deepest wounds and unresolved patterns. Some are tests, challenging our resolve and discernment. And some are predators, seeking to exploit our weaknesses and feed off our energy. The key is to know thyself, to fortify your spirit, cultivate emotional resilience, and walk the path with humility and vigilance. This understanding is not meant to discourage spiritual exploration, but to deepen it. True awakening is not about escaping darkness, but about integrating it. It is about facing the unknown with courage, navigating complexity with wisdom, and maintaining sovereignty in the face of mystery. The more we understand the mechanics of consciousness, the more empowered we become to engage with it responsibly. In the end, the spiritual path is not a linear ascent into bliss. It is a spiral journey through realms of light and shadow, clarity and confusion, ecstasy and terror. It is a dance with forces that challenge our assumptions, stretch our boundaries, and demand our evolution. Meditation and Kundalini are powerful tools, but they must be wielded with respect, preparation, and discernment. To communicate with otherworldly entities is to step into a larger reality, one that is populated with intelligences, energies, and archetypes that defy easy categorization. It is to become a participant in a cosmic dialogue, where every thought, emotion, and intention becomes part of the conversation, and it is to recognize that in this dialogue we are not passive recipients, but active co-creators. The spiritual battle is not fought with swords or shields, but with awareness, integrity, and love. It is fought in the quiet moments of meditation, in the choices we make about what to believe, and in the courage we summon to face what arises. It is a battle for sovereignty, not over others, but over our own consciousness. As we continue to explore the mysteries of existence, let us do so with open hearts and grounded minds. Let us honor the power of these practices, respect the complexity of the unseen realms, and protect ourselves with the wisdom of those who have walked this path before. For in the end, the journey is not just about reaching higher states, it is about becoming whole.